What's up, fellas? It's your main man, back on the scene with another video. I was watching this the other day. It's pretty funny. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. I'll link it in the description box below. But at the end, the last guy said something I have been thinking about for quite some time. So let's do it.
It's crazy. They lie the entire time. Although I do have a way to get Biden out of there. How? Because he's not going to listen to anybody, and he's going to make the decision. And now everyone wants him out, including his own party. All I would need to do is get about 3 or 4 of his inner confidants, like the closest people in the circle, and I'd go, you don't want this doddering old fool running for...
Yeah, they're finally owning up to the fact that Jim Crow Joe is not up to the job.
Second term, and they go, no, we don't, but what can we tell him? I go, listen to me, this is going to work. Get on the same page. When he says, I'm running for a second term, you say, but this is your second term. Like,
it would probably work.
There you go.
Yeah, they got to get him out of there if they want to win. So I don't think he can win, man, to be honest with you. But I don't think they can. I heard that if he resigned, then all the funds that they raised would go to Kamala. And I don't think they want her to run.
So, Democrats, we've solved your problem. Adam has. Dagan, what are your thoughts? Were you watching it last night in real time?
Yes, and I'm going to correct you. Joe Biden, the president, had a cold. Did you not get the memo?
That's true.
It went out 50 minutes into the debate. 2 sources said stuffy nose. It's why his mouth was hanging open. Staring off into space, just looking for a Ricola. Sneezing and coughing of the brain.
Yeah.
Totally normal. I started talking about the cognitive decline over a year ago.
Yeah, many of us have. Because it's obvious the man is in cognitive decline. Stumbling upstairs, stumbling downstairs, falling over with a bicycle. Come on. So, some fishy going on. It's rock and roll.
On television, was totally lambasted because all Americans who've ever had an elderly relative, dementia, Alzheimer's, whatever it is, we all saw this because my great aunt Irene was in the same place he was about a year ago in her decline, when my mother would call me on the phone and say,
I don't know, something about trashy white women with southern accents. I got a fetish for that. I know Dr. Umar's not gonna like that, but it is what it is. It's rock and roll. Not that she's trashy, but I'm just saying.
don't leave Reen alone in the house because she's going to try and heat up soup on the stove and will light the gas with lighter fluid.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, put the whole can of soup in the radar range, and we don't have any more fire extinguishers from the last time she was left alone in the house.
It's true. It's true, Kennedy.
So what?
Yeah, I had relatives that was in the same state of mind that Jim Crow Joe is. They're just out of it. They didn't come and go. Like one day, they seem fine. Then the next day, they're hanging with Spaceboy Zoom and his dog Astro.
Spaceboy Zoom and his dog Astro.
What I realized was, as Dagan points out, so sadly for people who have had family members with memory issues and cognitive impairment, there are good days and there are bad days. And unfortunately, the bad days become more and more frequent, as we are seeing with our president, because the gas aren't stopping.
I've seen that. Like with my mother's father. One day he was all right. The next day, zoom. He was out of there.
No matter what kind of propaganda KJP throws at us. But what I was thinking as I'm watching the debate, his entire team, he woke up like that. He woke up on the worst day, and they were like, holy like, he has been wrapped up in a Tempur-Pedic mattress.
Yeah, he didn't look good at all, man. They saved him a couple of times when he was trying to answer a question. He was rambling on. They cut him off. He looked real bad. And again, Trump didn't really say anything either. Like, he dodged that question about the deporting the immigrants. So I'm not really feeling what he's talking about either, because he's not saying anything. He spent too much time trying to defend himself, as opposed to, this is what I'm going to do. This is where Jim Crow Joe failed. That's what he should have stayed with and kept the answers simple.
Filled with, you know, vitamin B and peptides and God knows what else, and stuck in a hyperbaric chamber in a sauna, which is what they normally do when they have to bake him for a few days before a big event.
Yeah.
And they unraveled him, and he woke up on one of his bad days. And at that point, it doesn't matter if they're squirting Red Bull into his hiney hole. Nothing.
I'm going to sue you for that.
Is going to wake him up.
All right. Tyrus, do you think they mistimed the drugs?
I think if you ever decided to just want to have a job where you call people on the phone and paint pictures.
Let me slide past this a little bit. I want to get to the main part I'm looking for.
Listen, I'm full disclosure, and it was scotch, which was a huge mistake, but it was out of respect for our conversation. But when Kamala came on, holy, I was, huh? She's really evil, because there was no laugh, and that's when I realized Kamala's been running this the whole time.
Could be, but I think there's a team of people running the show.
Because she had an answer for everything. Oh, hey, off to a slow start.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. That's the real, all joking aside, the hangover from scotch, do not do it. It's a one drink a night type of deal, not 17. But the one thing that I got from all this, that I was sitting there, this was between shot 1 and 7. Shouldn't this have been the FBI and the CIA picking up phones going, who the hell's been running this country?
Exactly. Who is running the country? It's the $1 million question.
Mm-hmm.
Who's been calling the shots? Because it's not him.
Yeah.
So isn't that a cover-up?
Yes. Her report. It is a cover-up.
He's clearly unfit. So who's making these phone calls?
Yeah.
Who's having these conversations with dictators across the country? And it makes sense that they're out of control doing whatever they want now.
Yeah. Who's running the country? Because it's not Jim Crow Joe. He is incoherent. He's in severe cognitive decline. He's not running the country, in my opinion, allegedly. And what really gets me with the Democrats, they're always talking about save the democracy. Who's put on the charade? Them. Misinformation. If you don't agree with them, you're accused of misinformation. But it's only against Biden. There's no misinformation against Trump or RFK. It's just Biden. To black folks, they really think you dumb. These are Russian bots. No, these are people telling you the truth. They don't have your best interest. They haven't done anything for you in what, 60 years? Well, we passed the civil rights, and 80% of the Republicans signed on. So you didn't do anything special. And civil rights don't mean anything if you don't have any money. Charade. Who is running the country? Where's the FBI? Where's the CIA? Are they in on it? Anyways, fellas, do your brother man a favor. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell. And I see you brothers in the next video. Peace.